They say life's well, and then you die. But we don't accept that. It is time for you to take charge of your finances, time, business success, family, interpersonal relationships, spirituality, and your health. In short, it's time for you to take your life back now. L. David Harris and his team will help you do just that through one-on-one life coaching sessions, in-person seminars, webinars, and other trainings. Come on, tell the truth. You're ready, aren't you? Take your life back now with L. David Harris. You won't regret it.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is L. David Harris. I am your favorite life and success coach, and this is Amplify This Moment. What moment? This moment. We are delighted to be able to share with you today. Our moments are very precious to us, especially in these days. So much terrible stuff is going on in the world, but you have been blessed to be alive and well with me, and we can now engage in a way that will bring success and also put us in a position to help others. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are saying just enough is not enough. Let me fix that audio. Just enough is not enough. Have you ever heard of the term plateau? Plateau? I'll come back to that in just a moment. So if you are a person who, where it comes to pacing, you are reliable, you are consistent in your performance, whether it be in your business, in your work, in your exercise regimen, then you know there comes a point if you push this concept of reliable and consistent performance, there comes a point at different times of the year, different times in your workout regimen, different times in your growth path in terms of business, that just enough is not good enough. You plateau. You plateau. What you did in 2020 is not good enough for 2023. Yes, I said 23. You were expecting me to say 2022. No, we're growing, right? You have to project. You have to put yourself in a visionary perspective. And I know it's difficult when you are a person who is steady, who is always on pace, always on track, and, status quo. Just enough is not good enough in terms of not getting stuck in a rut. I used to go and exercise many years ago in the early 90s, right? And I used to pass an aerobics room. And I noticed that in the room, the energy was extremely high. The energy was high. And these people were consistent, probably 30 people in that particular one, in the basement of Bally's Total Fitness. I think it was Total Fitness, Bally Total Fitness, back in about 1992, right? But what I noticed in the room, whereas it was high energy, whereas the people clearly had strong cardiovascular fitness, I noticed that nobody's bodies were changing. I noticed that they were physically the same, even though they were in there with high energy. You know why? Because they had plateaued. They had plateaued for months and months and months. They had been serving their bodies consistently the same diet of exercise, perhaps the same diet of food, perhaps the same diet of normal everyday activity. And then the body was like, yeah, I can get used to this. And it just laid back. It laid back. The metabolism didn't change anymore. And the body hits a brick wall because reliable and consistent performance pushed to the extreme will get stuck in a rut. Just enough is not good enough anymore. Yeah. And think about it in terms of a race. Right? I don't know the meters and all of that because I don't watch track and field enough, but I have seen enough races where, let's just call it a marathon, right? A marathon, and people are pacing themselves and they know at what point they need to push on the gas and when they have to lay back and get the energy ready to go for when it's time to push toward the end. If you consistently go with the steady pace and you're just there and yes, okay, maybe you're building, okay, that's good, a steady climb. You know, there are some people who at the most critical time will press on the gas and run by you? Yeah. So the consistency was good to make sure you didn't run out of gas. The consistency was good to make sure that you could conserve your energy, but conserve your energy for what? The plateau, the pinnacle of success in the case of running this marathon is to cross that finish line before others do. Now, I know some people have a different perspective. They're just like, well, as long as I ran the race and I completed it, then I'm good to go. But for those who want to win the race, there comes a point where that steady performance has to move to press on the gas, run quicker, run faster, and make sure that there are people that are still in your rear view and they are not coming up alongside you and running past you. Same thing. If you are on your way to work, you're driving, you're conserving gas, right? And you're doing what you do every single day. You take the same highway or freeway, you take the same road, you take the same exit, and it's consistent. You are there on time. But what if now you have an emergency? It is a medical emergency, and you're having to merge onto one of those roadways. Do you continue with that same pace? Is good enough or just enough enough? No, sometimes you have to push on the gas, maybe with an escort from emergency services. Press on the gas and get to that emergency help center. The point is today, do not allow your consistent performance to get you stuck in a rut. Press on the gas at the appropriate time. My name is L. David Harris, and if you need me, call me. Peace.